The island of Sodor is a beautiful place with all sorts of different sights to visit. There are also all sorts of different kinds of useful engines that work here. Big engines, small engines, steam engines, diesel engines, the list goes on. It had been a long and stressful day. All the engines were looking forward to a well-earned rest. However, James was complaining and it was hard for everyone to sleep because of it. I tell you, one day them diesels are gonna march across that bridge, come here and replace us. It's all they do, then we'll be forced into the scrapyards. Oh, what utter rubbish. That would never happen. And what makes you so sure about that? James, please just pack it in for once. I don't know where this sudden paranoia has come from, but it needs to stop. You're talking utter bullcrap. He's right, James. The Fat Controller would never let that happen. We are one of the very few railways that are actually still operating steam, and that's what the Fat Controller wants. He would never just let some diesels come in and replace us. Exactly. I couldn't have worded it any better myself. Why have you suddenly become worried about diesels taking over, James? I don't know. It's always been a thought in the back of my mind. And it doesn't help that Diesel says it every time I see him. Diesel? Oh, great. Oh, I hate that engine so much. But I thought Diesel was sent away. Is he back? Not exactly. He just delivers goods from the other railway to the island from time to time. Nothing more. Oh, okay. I tell you, they're playing the long game with us. They're gonna come here soon and replace us. One by one. I've just about had enough of this conversation. I'm going to sleep. Good night. The next day, James was idling in Knapford station when he heard a familiar sound. Oh, great. Not him again. Oh, hello, James. I see you haven't been scrapped yet. Ha ha, very funny. Funny, but true. I've told you before, we diesels are revolutionary, and one day we will be all over this island of Sodor. Oh, Pa, you had your chances here and you blew all three of them. Remember what you did to Duck? The harbour? The barge? Or have you forgotten? Well, that doesn't matter. I'll be back one day, James. For good. You'll see. And Diesel trundled away, leaving James with lots of thoughts racing through his mind. Help! Ah, help me! They're pushing me! They're pushing me! Henry was out of control and didn't know what to do. All he could do was just race down the line. On! Faster! Faster! Up ahead was a sharp bend in the track. Henry could do nothing but close his eyes and brace for impact. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Henry was badly damaged and needed repairs. How are you feeling, Henry? I'm okay now, sir. Just feeling a little bruised and battered. I just want to express that this accident was in no way your fault, Henry. The trucks were pushing you and you lost control. However, you will need to be sent to the works for repairs for a few days. But who will do Henry's work while he's gone, sir? The Fat Controller thought, "Oh, don't you worry, I'll figure that out." And figure it out he did. That night the Fat Controller arrived at Tidmouth Sheds to deliver some news to the engines. Henry has been sent to the works after his accident, and there is no engines to do his work, so tomorrow a new engine will arrive to help out. However, when Henry is back from the works, this engine will stay, as there is a lot of work to be done, and not enough engines to do it. Sir, is this engine a diesel? As a matter of fact, James, he is a diesel. He will also be helping out with maintenance work as he has a hydraulic claw on his head, which is perfect for them sorts of tasks. He sounds pretty useful if you ask me. Let's just hope he's nice to us. The next day, the diesel arrived. Jesus, he looks terrifying. What on earth even was that? Hello, you must be my new engine. What is your name? Tenant, sir. However, I go by the nicknames 10 or Diesel 10. Diesel 10 it is then. Welcome to Sodor. I hope you like the railway. Thank you, sir. Is there any jobs I can do? I mean, you just got here, but there is a goods train that's at the docks that needs delivering to Vicarstown. If you'd like to take it, that is. Gladly, sir. See you later. And Diesel 10 rolled away. Diesel 10 turned out to be a hard-working and useful engine, doing all his jobs like he was supposed to. However, he was extremely rude and unkind to the other engines, specifically the Steamies. I tell you, that Diesel 10 is one of the rudest engines I've ever met. Has he said anything to you guys? Yes, he was really mean to me when I was being nice to him. I tried not talking to him. He scares me. But I think he picked up on my fear because he started saying things. What about you, James? Have you encountered him yet? Not yet, but when I see him, I'll give him a piece of my mind. Good luck with that. Pa, I'm not scared of some wretched diesel. And with that, James puffed away. Later that evening, James arrived at Tidmouth Station for a rest. Then, he saw Diesel 10. He decided to approach him. Listen here, you. I've been hearing that you've been rude to my friends, even scaring some of them. I'm not gonna stand for that. Oh really? And what are you going to do about it, you twisted, steaming red scrap iron? You know, you guys aren't as cool as you think. You prance around giving it all and everything, when in reality you guys are some oily, disgusting creatures that should have never graced this earth. Granted, there are nice engines that are diesels like Poco and Mavis. However, there are other engines like you and Diesel who ruin it for everyone. You guys are a disgrace to the railway. Now why don't you leave, you disgusting Diesel? You know, you do have some front, you know, James. I've never had a stinky steamy come up to me and say stuff like that. However, I'll make sure you regret it, sooner or later. Pa, I'd like to see you try. The next day at Knapford Station, Gordon decided to approach James. You know, you really should give Tennant a chance, James. No way, Gordon. He's rude to everyone and is definitely going to sideline us all and send us to the scrapyards. That isn't going to happen, James. Yes, he's rude and I understand that, but if you try getting through to him, be nice to him, maybe he'll change. I get that, Gordon, and I understand that there are nice diesels out there. There are even mean steamies out there, but this diesel is different. I don't think he's going to change for anyone. This'll teach that red dingbat to keep his mouth shut. Then suddenly, Diesel 10 surged forward at a frightening speed, smashing straight into the express coaches. What the hell was that? What the hell are you doing? Oops. Wrong coaches. Luckily, no one had boarded the coaches yet, but they were extremely damaged. The Fat Controller spoke severely to Diesel 10. Tennant, I am extremely disappointed in you. I brought you to my railway to work hard, not to destroy the express coaches and cause trouble. I've heard you've been really rude to the other engines too. You should know better. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Diesel 10 felt rather silly now. You know what? I have a perfect idea. The Kildare Ironworks is in need of another engine, and relocating you there might be the perfect choice for everyone. Who knows, you might even get along with the engines that work there. Yes, sir. I understand, sir. Good. I hope you've learned a lesson. Now off to the ironworks with you. And Diesel 10 rolled away, headed for the ironworks. The Fat Controller then turned his attention to James. James, I know you were just trying to stand up for your friends by confronting Tennant, but you also went about it the wrong way. You should come to me if you have any problems. Gordon was also telling me that you think that I'll be replacing with you with Diesels? Just ridiculous. I would never replace you guys. You guys are what make this railway work. I love you all and I would never, ever replace you. I hope you can understand that and move forward from this little predicament you've been having. And with that, the Fat Controller left, leaving James to think for a long time. That night, Henry returned to Tidmouth Sheds after coming back from the works. Hello everybody. So, what did I miss? Oh, let us tell you all about it. The engines then proceeded to tell Henry all about Diesel 10. Whoa, he sounds like quite a handful. He really is. He's kinda scary too. He is also a downright atrocious engine. What he did to my coaches today, I am furious. Oh, don't worry about it, Gordon. Your coaches will be repaired soon. Yeah, and we don't have to see much of that Diesel anymore. He's been relocated to the ironworks. Well, good riddance. Diesel 10 now works at the ironworks and is a much better engine. He even feels bad for how his first days on the island of Soda were and how he treated the other engines. He does all his jobs on time and is a useful engine. He even gets along with the Ironworks twins. Oh, put some effort in, you giant bumblebees. I've seen tank engines work better than you two. Well, sort of.